I know, underrated and harem are two words that can rarely be used together, but when all the diamonds are rough, you have to pick the ones that are the least rough. So here are 10 underrated romance harem anime that you might have missed. Let's go.
Note の力によりあなた方2人は未来永劫結ばれるでしょう。未来
英語
と言いたいところですか。
You thought Death Note cannot have a perfect parody. When a mysterious girl named Guri suddenly shows up in the Seiji Ano's life, things get crazy fast. Guri has a kiss note that forces people whose names she writes together to become a couple. She writes the name of Akane Hiyama in it, and boom! Seiji needs to kiss Akane within 24 hours or he will die. The good news is how Akane is obsessed with Seiji too, and the bad news is, well, she's a yandere.
愛のくんったら本当に浮気者なんだから。
This show really goes all out with the silly over-the-top moments that can make rom-coms so much fun. Seriously, there aren't any huge dramatic deep character moments, just pure dumb rom-com fun. The characters' crazy actions and sharp comebacks keep you laughing, and just when the comedy ends, it mixes these ridiculous situations with some heartwarming moments. This truly is one heck of a fun rom-com.
どうしたの？すごい音がして。
Even monks can have harems. Akimitsu Akagami grew up knowing people need others, but his family's wild playboy rep made him swear off love. That plan falls apart when he locks eyes with a girl and totally freaks out. Unlike you, he decides to stop simping and runs off to a temple for some spiritual training. But surprise, surprise, the temple's actually a nunnery, and his dad took a huge loan from there. Now, Akimitsu stuck working to pay it off, stuck around a bunch of cute girls.
今冬ですよ。死にますよ。赤髪くん、ちゃんとこっちを見なさい。なぜ目を背けるんです？
If you like harem and ecchi anime, this one really nails it. Funny, goofy, and full of all the typical stuff you'd expect. The story doesn't try to be super original, but that's what makes it fun. And yep, the animation shines brightest during the you-know-what scenes, because it knows what fans want. If you're into this kind of show, you'll definitely enjoy it.
でさ、ティノって今暇？
暇です。人生で一番暇な瞬間です。だからマスターのことを待っていました。
ちょうどいい。
Dungeon vaults with huge treasure start popping up everywhere, turning lots of people into treasure hunters. In Zebrudia's capital, a group called the Grieving Souls, 6 friends who've known each other forever, are leading the charge, with Cry Andri as their leader. Everyone says Cry is the strongest and a genius at planning, but really, he's just okay and depends on a lot of his friends' amazing skills. He wants to quit, but he keeps going because everyone believes in him.
マスター。
お？
選んでいただくのは光栄ですが、私はマスターのところに行くと心に決めているので。
This show takes the average guy thinks everyone is a genius idea and makes it work way better than usual. It moves fast, filled with plot, twists, jokes, and cool character moments that makes it much better than your average fantasy anime. They don't waste time on boring filler or too many characters. The creators even cut out usual openings and endings, so there's more story in each episode. It's funny, clever, and shows that a simple idea can be awesome if you put effort into it.
なんで夜なんかに練習を？危ないからやめた方がいいよ。誰もいないプールで足でもつったら。え？
どすこい。
Ah, you know, I love those lonely island mystical stories. Come on, summertime rendering is one of my favorite anime out there. But this time, we move to Toshirojima, a quiet island where Hayari Takahara spends his summer after losing his grandmother. He stays with his aunt and cousin, sorting through old family stuff. But things change when he meets the weird locals, like the bubbly Tsumugi and the shy Shiroha.
おはよう。
This is a slice of life anime, and that means the pacing is slow, and it's more about those small character moments. Oh, and this is based on a visual novel, and the anime does a good job capturing the feeling of the visual novel. Some emotional scenes get cut, especially early on, but later episodes speed up and bring some really moving moments. And you know how these visual novels go. Each character gets an arc, so every girl gets a time to shine.
俺たちだけじゃなくて、いつものメンバー全員一緒だな。
とりあえずは喜ぶくらいの解消を見せてくれてもいいと思うんだ。
Saku Chitose is that guy everyone either likes a lot or can't stand. He's confident, popular, and always seems to have it all together. But under that perfect image, he's working hard to keep everything just right. When his teacher asks him to help Kenta Yamazaki, a classmate who's stopped coming to school and doesn't care about anything, Saku's world changes. Kenta hates everything Saku represents, pushing him to face the big divide between the popular crowd and those who feel left out.
去年と比べるとあんまり汗臭くないんだね。
I've talked about why this anime is special. Instead of dealing with the lonely introvert, now it's time to see the problems of the popular extrovert. And watching Saku try to protect others while dealing with his own feelings of jealousy and loneliness feels pretty honest. The show captures those awkward moments where confidence mixes with worry without being way too cheesy. Well, what am I rambling on? You are here for the girls, and this show has some really nice female cast. But the real fact is how Yuzuki Nanase is the best girl.
愛してるよ、山吹くん。
急に何するんだ。
だってこれ言って欲しがってたじゃん。
Arisu Yamabuki feels a strong connection to a mysterious radio host named Apollo during lonely nights. When Apollo suddenly disappears, Arisu spends years trying to find her. Now a high school sophomore, he joins the broadcasting club at school to track her down, even though he doesn't know what she looks like or her real name. Along the way, he meets 4 girls who all want to become voice actors, and they might be related to Apollo.
なあ、うずき。聞きたいことが。
お静かに。
You know how anime like Nisekoi or More Than a Married Couple and even Aoya sometimes hides her feelings have this childhood friend with the gift trope? Well, now instead of that, we got a radio host mystery. Now that's some originality in my book. This is currently airing, at least if you're watching this video in winter 2026, and so far this has definitely hooked me.
天才はそうやって這いつくばるんですね。
てめえ、
暴れないで。吹いてるだけですから。
The Mikadono sisters, Miwa, Nico, and Kazuki, are the top stars at Saika Academy, each owning their own scene, shogi, karate, and theater. But even though they live under the same roof, they barely talk to each other. This is where clumsy Yu Ayase comes in. His late mom is a famous actress who advised him to have a proper family, and now he plans to make the 3 sisters proper sisters again.
でも美和さんは一緒に。でお菓子食べてる。ジュースもごくごく飲んでる。
Honestly, this show is way better than I expected. I wasn't expecting another masochistic girl bosses guy anime, but what I got was a wholesome and sweet love drama. And unlike a lot of other harem shows, this focuses on the main character trying to find a new family, while the girls try to open up to each other more. I really hope this gets a second season because I'm currently reading the manga, and the manga is so good.
ご挨拶が遅れました。私、トアと申します。
改めて見るとめちゃめちゃ可愛い。
あなたのお名前は？
Shintaro Tokumitsu's life does a complete 180 when an angel named Towa suddenly shows up on his tiny balcony. And no, this doesn't happen in real life. The angel is sent from heaven to learn about humans, and she soon makes herself at home in Shintaro's cramped apartment. A couple of episodes later, in true harem fashion, a couple of other supernatural girls come along to live with him too.
自分で食べられるって。
おとなしくしてないとダメです。あんしてください。
Okay, I know the plot sounded more generic than an isekai anime with an overpowered guy, but this actually has these little wholesome moments that made me fall in love with it. This anime isn't just about the story. It shines because it focuses on friendship instead of love battles. The girls don't just fight over Shintaro, they actually support each other, making the show feel more like a fun life story with a supernatural twist. And look at these character designs. It looks like one of those old anime from Kyoto Animation.
体が目的ですか？
違う。
そうですよね。私なんて可愛くないですし。
おい、何って。
Imagine getting stuck in a dating sim set in a world ruled by women, where you're not just playing, you're actually living the life of the worst character ever, Leon Faux Barfort. After fighting through a tough game, Leon wakes up inside it and things are way harder than he thought. The main girl's no longer the main girl, the villainess is now more desperate than ever, and more than anything, he gets to attend this academy when all he wants is to live a calm life in the countryside.
リビ
リオンさん、すごいですよね。何でも一人で解決して、何でも一人でできて。
This show might sound weird, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. You know how I always recommend villainous anime with female POVs? Well, what happens if an average guy gets thrown into something like it? Of course, he's going to see everything as weird. While writing this, I just got to know Season 2 is coming in 2026, and man, I am so hyped. I might be the only guy who's hyped, but I'm still hyped.
早乙女乱馬です。すいません。
Finishing off with some gender-bending guy who was engaged to 3 wives. Ranma Saotome and his dad Genma have this crazy curse from a martial arts accident in China. When cold water splashes on Ranma, he turns into a girl and Genma turns into a panda. The only way to switch back is with hot water. On top of that, Ranma finds out he's already engaged to Akane Tendo, his dad's friend's daughter. Neither one is happy about it, but now they have to live under the same roof.
元気があって可愛い言い名付けじゃないか。
可愛くない。じゃない女同士だったんでしょ
Now, I know I said he was engaged to one girl, but as the show goes on, you realize he's actually engaged to 2 other girls as well, and that doesn't make his high school life any easier. This is one of my favorite rom-com anime as well as my favorite rom-com manga, and the new Ranma 1/2 remake keeps what made the old one awesome, but also sticks to the source material way better than the old one did. I'm waiting for season 3, so let's hope they release it in 2026.